This is my system. What are the components installed in my system? You want to know that components, right? When you install this software, which software it is? If I give you SAP system, how you find out which software is that? What are the software components are installed in that? So I gave you this system. How to know what is this system? Just go to status, system, status, system, status. Now it will give you the details of your database, Oracle 11, and operating system, and your SAP. What is your SAP? SAP NetWeaver 7.4. Okay, if you guys finished your versions class, you will know what is NetWeaver. Otherwise, no worries, I'll explain. This is one SAP's product. Okay, if you open that components list, what are the packages installed along with this software? If you take any of SAP software, default softwares are Basis, ABAP, and BW. Without these three softwares, you won't have any SAP software which are related to ABAP stack. When it comes to Java stack, you don't have all these things. ABAP stack, I'm talking about ABAP stack. So here the Basis is installed. There's a collection of administrative tools package, collection of development tools package, and SAP BW package is there. And there are some other packages also installed. Now you want to update your Basis patch. What is your release? NetWeaver 7.4 means 740 release. What is your support package level? 8. What is the next support package level you need to install? 9. Is it clear with everyone? Now I want to install Basis patch 9. When I am going to install, for example, all the Basis T codes are having some problems. Whenever I hit some SM50 T code, SM51, SM60, any other T code, I am getting some dump. That means there is some problem in your Basis toolkits. How you resolve that? Will you resolve that? No. SAP people has to resolve that. Why? This is the software related problem. So SAP will release a patch for that. So if you apply that patch, number of problems will be eradicated, corrected. And if there are some new enhancement will be added to your Basis toolkit. If I apply Basis patches, what happens? All the Basis related problems which are released with 9, Basis patch 9 will be corrected and some new enhancement will be added. In Basis patch 10, some other problem solutions. Basis patch 11, some other problem solution. Like that, if you keep on applying one by one patch, the number of problems will be eradicated from your systems and some new enhancements will be added to your system. Now, what is the next patch I need to install? 9th patch. In this sequence only you have to update the patch. First Basis, then ABAP, then BW. These are all supported softwares, okay? But the original sequence is Basis, ABAP, and BW. Now I want to update Basis patch to 9. So from where I need to download Basis patch 9? Whether SAP released Basis patch 9 or not? For that, you have to go to Service Marketplace. You have to log into Service Marketplace. Okay, I logged into Service Marketplace. Support package. If it is installation and upgrade dumps, use this option. If support package, go with this. If you need database softwares, go with this. See, support packages. Archives 7.4 is the old software, not a new one. Latest one is 7.5. We are using N-1, 7.4. If you want latest package, go with A to Z by alphabetical index. If you want older package, then archive by alphabetical index. Go with this option. Okay. What is your software? SAP NetWeaver. Go to N. Like SAP NetWeaver is there. Okay, NetWeaver. See here NetWeaver. Okay, select NetWeaver. In NetWeaver also there are so many softwares. NetWeaver 7.3, 7.4, 7.0, NetWeaver 04. What is our software? NetWeaver 7.4. 740 means that. Okay, open that. See, now here I am getting basis patches of 740, above patches of 740, BW patches of 740. First patch I need to install is a basis patch. Go to basis, support packages. What is my support package level in my system? 8. Basis patch is 8. What is the latest one available here? SAP K is a standard naming convention. SAP K, B means basis, 740 means release, 28 is patch number. My patch is 8. It is installed. The next patch for me is basis 749. Can I install 11 directly? If I install 11, will I get 10th, 9th? No. These patches are not cumulative. One by one software you have to update. So 9. See, before which format it is giving the software? SAR format. What is SAR? What is SAP Archiver? SAP Archiver format. Just like your zip rar, WinZip, WinRAR, Windows zip, Windows rar. This is SAP's archiving. Means that files are zipped. Archiving means zipped only, right? So to download this software, after downloading this file format is what? .sar format. See, .sar format. KB74009.sar format. To uncare zip files and rar files in Windows, you are having one tool called WinZip and WinRAR. The same way to uncare this .sar files, in SAP is providing one tool called SAP Care Utility. SAP Care Utility. What is that utility name? SAP Care. See the name KB74009.sar file we are getting. Okay. How to uncare that file? How to uncare that file? To uncare that file, there is a command. You have to use one command. There is a tool called SAP Care Utility. Just run that SAP Care -xvf and your file name. What is your file name? Some KB74009.sar file, right? SAP Care is a utility. By using that utility, you can uncare your .sar files. Just run this utility. Today we'll run this utility and we'll see how it is uncaring. Remember this word. How to uncare SAP .sar file by using SAP Care utility. I'll show you that utility. SAP Care.exe. The file will be there in kernel also. Okay. Now, fine. I have downloaded this file and I unzip that file. Before downloading that file, please look into the content info, the dependencies. To apply this support package, what are the known problems or dependencies? You can check at right hand side content info. That content info will tell you. So to apply these support packages, first of all your tool should be updated. What is your tool to apply support packages? Spam. That spam version should be at least 53. Spam tool version should be at least 53. What is my spam version here in my system? Check. Go to spam T code. Spam is a T code. See, version 54. 740. This is 54. So 53 is enough. 740, 53 is enough. But I am having 740, 54. So spam version is okay. Okay, next prerequisite. Package condition. Go to package condition. If you want a required component version, SAP basis should be 8. 748. Yes, already I have SAP KB 748. Yes or no? I am having SAP 740 KB 748. System status component basis 748. To install basis 749, your basis version should be at least 8. Okay, fine. Next condition. SAP GWFND Gateway Foundation patch should be 749. What you are having here? 749. SAP GW 74008 it is. So you have to update this to 9. GWFND 9. Okay. Any other prerequisite? Your SAP UI patch, your SAP user interface patch should be 74010. What I am having here? My SAP UI patch will be 749 is there.
9.
So to update this basis patch to 9, first of all I have to update GWFND to 9 and SAP UI to 10. Then only I should update basis patch 9. Is it clear with everyone? But most of the times it needs spam also need to be updated. Most of the times it needs, in this case you need not to update spam. Why? Already I am having 54, but the minimum requirement is 53 only. If it needs 56, how you update support package? We'll see later. Okay. What are the prerequisites for applying support packages? Yesterday we discussed. The first one is for applying support packages. The first one is what? Yesterday we discussed. Take complete backup. Take complete backup. Second one, login with 000 client
and
EDIC or
equivalent user.
These 2 points we discussed, right? Why you need to have complete backup? You are playing with the software. If something goes wrong, your system will not start. If your system is not starting, your business will stop. If you go to SAP people will apply negative patches, but they'll charge you more. So to avoid all these things, on a safer side, what we do, we take a complete backup. If something goes wrong, we can restore the system immediately. We can start the system, right? That is the reason. First of all, you should have complete backup. The second one, login with the 000 client and a DDAC or equivalent user. Why login with the 000 client? Anyone?
It is a must client.
So what?
It is
The valid reason should be. Half an hour we discussed only these 2 points. 000 client is reserved by SAP to maintain R3 repository objects. For maintenance of repository objects, you should log in with the 000 client, no other client. I told you and I have given you some examples also. By logging into some other clients, it is in disable mode, right?
yes.
You guys are not getting, I think, are unable to answer. You are not getting or unable to answer. If you are not able to answer, that is no problem. Initially it will happen with everyone. But if you are not getting the thing, that will be problem. Please give me a clarity.
I'm unable to answer.
Unable to answer. Okay, it will happen. Okay, after some practice, it will come. Login with a 000 client means 000 client is reserved by SAP to maintain R3 repository objects. So whenever you are doing any changes in your repository data, if you are upgrading SAP system, if you are applying the patches, then EHP upgradation, then you should log in with 000 client. And DDAC are equivalent user. You can log in with the DDAC user or else any equivalent user. No SAP star. What is the difference between SAP star and DDAC? Anyone? SAP star user is for configuration tasks. DDAC user for maintenance tasks. Configuration means TMS configuration, background jobs configuration, client creations, and that setting, this setting. For all these things, we use SAP star. DDAC means a data dictionary. If you want to change some table level structures and their interrelationships, then we should log in with the DDAC or equivalent user. The third one, update spam. This is one of the prerequisite. Before updating support package, first of all, your tool should be updated. You should update your tool. So update spam. It is not mandatory. So you have to check in that content info. That content info will tell you whether you have to update spam or not to apply that particular patch. If that content info is saying you have to update the spam, you have to update that tool, spam tool. Fourth one, TMS should be configured. Now tell me, what is the link between TMS and support packages here? In TMS, what you do generally? Development system, in development database, you are having one data. You want to move the data to development to quality. How you move? By using TMS, what we do? We export to application level, copy that physical files to quality system, and then import into this logical database. Means from one logical database to another logical database, we cannot move the data directly. That is the reason what we are doing, we are exporting the data into physical files. So we are putting in USR SAP co-file data file, then we are importing into the application. Now support packages is what? SAP is providing you some physical files. How you import into the database? Your SAP repository is lying in your database. You have to import that changes into your database. So internally what is happening? Import, na? You need not to export. Here in TMS, you are exporting, you are creating physical files and you are importing into the target database. But in support package, SAP is providing you physical files, right? We are downloading these files. SAP KB 740 09 10 11 12. SAP is providing file. Now this file contains some changes to your software that you have to import into the database. That means internally what technology is working? TMS. The only difference is in TMS you export, you import. In support package only we import, we don't export. Why? SAP is providing physical files here. That is the reason. Did you remember I told you EPS in subdirectory in TMS? That is for dedicated for support packages. You download support package from service marketplace and keep that files in USR SAP trans under that EPS inbox. There is a separate directory. Can I show you? Or did you remember that? When we are discussing about trans directory, USR SAP trans directory, there is one directory called EPS in. USR SAP trans EPS inbox. This is here we need to keep that files. In which directory? Trans directory. So you can import into the database. Who will do import work? Which executables files will do import work? Anyone? Now you correlate. Who is responsible for exporting and importing in TMS? There are two executable files. We discussed. Who? Two executable files are there. We segregated the TMS topic into three parts: CTO, TMS
TMS and tools as
plus
TP tools.
TP tools. What are the TP tools, boss? Why? TP.exe and R3 trans.exe. So here also your R3 trans will connect to your database and it will import into the database. That is the reason we are putting that file into trans directory. That means internally your TMS is working. If you remember yesterday also, first I have done TMS configuration. After that I started spam. In prerequisites, first TMS is there, then trans, then patches. Did you remember? That is the reason we need a TMS should be configured. Backend import is happening here. Fifth one, background work process will be available. Background work process available. Why background? Everything you should have question why. Why background work process needed for support packages? Importing. At the time of importing, some RDD jobs will run. Did you remember? We discussed about TP and R3 trans. In TR by TR job table, some RDD jobs are running. To import anything into the database, some jobs need to be run. TP initiates whom? At a database level. At application level, TP initiates R3 trans. At a database level, TP initiates RDD IMPDP. Import dispatcher job is there. That job will trigger other jobs. Background work, that is the reason we need background work process need to be available. Sixth one, enough space in
screen change screen.
enough space in EPS in directory. Enough space in EPS in directory. Why you need space in EPS in directory? You are putting these files in EPS in directory only. Without space, how can you put that files at application level? So that is the reason you need space. And check space in your database where these files are going and sitting. Finally, it is impacting on the SAP repository, where your SAP repository is storing in the database. That is the reason you should have space in the database. Check space in your database. Eighth one, functional and technical people should be along with you. Why? Functional and technical people should be along with you. Why? So what is this patch contains? What this patch contains? Corrections. Corrections to your repository objects and data dictionary objects. So for example, this patch is containing some table change or some program change. As a basis consultant, do you mind? Do you know? For example, they installed your SAP system first. After that, this ABAP has changed some standard SAP's program which are related to SD department. SAP will release patches for their standard software, not for your corrections, your modifications. Now some ABC program is there, standard SAP delivery program. That ABC program is having some 5 lines of code. My developer changes that ABC program to some 10 lines. added something, enhance, have done some enhancement. Now in the new update, SAP changed that program to 7 lines. What happens? If you apply that support package, all your changes will gone, the new changes will come. So before it is importing into your original programs, it will ask you to make have a lock on your modifications, enhancements and customizations. Otherwise it is going to update that program. For that purpose, you need your functional and technical people should along with you. You don't know, as a basis consultant, we don't know what are the programs changed, what are the tables are modified. We only deal with the installations, and authorizations, transportation, support packages, RFC connections, performance only. We don't know which programs the developers and functional people changed. We don't know as a basis consultant. Which tables got modified, we don't know as a basis consultant. So now this patch is coming. This patch contains some corrections to some standard programs. Already you have made some changes to the standard programs. So what it will do the overwrite. All your developer efforts gone. That is the reason it will ask you to run two T codes here at this phase. SPDDT code, SPAUT code. SPDD means data dictionary objects. SPAU means repository objects. What is data dictionary, guys? How many of you attended last night's class? Half an hour. I explained data dictionary and repository for half an hour.
Tables and interrelations.
Table structures and their interrelationships. In a database, the first structure is what? Table. Table contains some rows and columns. Table structure means what? The number of rows and number of columns for the table and the relationship between this table and that table. That is called as a data dictionary. For example, in your development phase, for some standard table is having 5 rows and 5 columns. You changed that table to 6 rows and 6 columns. That is what? That is called as SPDT, data dictionary change. If you change the content in the table, means the standard program, report, screen which is saving in the table, that data is called as repository objects. The programs, reports, screens, menu options which stored in the table, that content is called as SPAU. If that table structure is changing, that is called as a data dictionary. So as a part of implementation, few table structures we change, few standard programs we change. Means we do some data dictionary changes, we do some repository changes. But now this patch is coming and overwriting that your changes. So you lost all your changes now. That is the reason it will stop you and it will ask you to lock your SPDD objects and SPAU, data dictionary objects and repository objects. You have to run this T code as a functional and ABAPer. You have to run this T code, SPDD and SPAU. As a basis consultant, we don't run SPDD T code and SPAU T code. And it will tell you, when you run SPDD, it will give you list. Okay, this patch is updating the standard program, but already you modified this table. Can I override this? You say lock. No. Like that, whatever the changes is happening to your tables along with this support package, that list will be displayed there. So these guys will lock them. So this patch will not affect your changes. In next screen, SPAU screen, you changed some standard programs, some 50 standard programs, but this patch is containing repairs for only 3 standard programs. So only that 3 programs it will show. I am changing these 3 standard programs. Okay, can I change it or you log it? Then you should log that. No, I don't need your changes. Then it won't affect your modifications, enhancements and development. That is the reason we have to run SPDD and SPAU. So as a basis consultant, I don't know which tables got modified, which programs got modified. I'm a administrator, boss. I'm not a functional guy. I'm not a developer. So we have to hand over the system to your functional team and development team to run SPDD and SPAU. After running SPDD, SPAU, they log that objects. That means if you want that change, you lock it. If you don't want that change, you lock it. If you want that change, then unlock it. After that, they will hand over the system to basis guys. Basis guys will finish the task. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
And if the patch size is, more than 10 MB, apply through application layer. What is this? I'll tell you. If the patch size is more than 10 MB, apply through applications layer means through application layer means you keep that file in EPS in directory of that particular system. Otherwise, my server is in USA. I can see I have downloaded this file here. Just now I have downloaded this file, right? From here I can apply to my US server. That is called as a front end. So my patch content should travel through the network to USA. There might be chance of some data packets loss. If the patch size is less than 10 MB, I can apply from front end, or else if the patch size is more, then it is better to download that patch and keep in your application server's EPS in directory, user SAP trans EPS in directory, and apply from there. There will be no network glitch. You can update entire data. That is the reason behind this point. If the patch size is more than 10 MB, apply through application layer means you need to keep that file in EPS in directory. That is called as a through application layer. Or else simply you can sit in from your home, you can download through network also, you can apply the patch. If the patch size is more, there might be chance of data packets loss, right? Any point missed, guys?
I think
RTD,
end users
IMPDP need to be scheduled. Why? For importing, this import dispatcher job needs to be run, right?
end user should be locked.
Okay, right, excellent. Main point. All the users should be locked. Why? Users should be locked. Why? Anyone?
Downtime, they should not be.
So if some user is working, see, I'll show you the thing. Okay, now I am an end user. I logged into the system. I hit SCC4. My screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. I go to edit mode. Fine. I am in now edit mode. If you see slash SM12 lock, what NQ will do actually? At one time, only one person can read and write. Other person can only read. If you observe in SM12, there will be lock. See T000 client DDIC user. On my name, I have one lock. If this lock is there now, if your patch contains some changes to this table, it won't do. Why? This table got locked for that particular user. If the users are logged into your system while applying the support packages, if I am using some standard program, if this patch contains some changes to the standard program, what happens? It won't do update. That is the reason all your users should be locked before you are applying the support packages. program, standard reports, screens, or tables, what happens? Your patch, if this patch contains some modifications, some changes, some corrections to that table, that report, or that particular object, will not be affected. Why? Already that is having some block on that. You cannot override that. That is the reason end user should be locked. Scheduled downtime. Scheduled downtime. What is the meaning of downtime, guys? Lock all the users.
Downtime for end users.
Lock all the end users. Downtime schedule. Downtime means what? Downtime for
End
business.
users.
Downtime for end users. As an administrator, you should be logged in. As a functional people and technical people, they also logged into the system for SPDD and SPOU changes. That means your database is not down. Your application is not down. Your application is running. How you are saying your application is running? You are using spam T code. So your application should be up and running. Where this data going and sitting? Into your database. So your application and database both should be up and running. But I'm saying downtime. Downtime for whom? Downtime for your business. Downtime for your end users. You cannot do any business at that time. Your system is up and running. You are all locked. That is what downtime. So before applying the support package, you have to give some system message like Saturday and Sunday the system will be down. We are having some maintenance activity. That's it. How you do the message? When any user logged into the system, he will get that message by using SM02T code. SM02T.
0.
Create
Alert message.
message text. Okay. Downtime alert. Saturday, Sunday, having maintenance task. System available on Monday 9 a.m. Okay. Server name. What is your server? Only one application server I am having. Client. All the clients are 000 language English. And say save. Is it the save button? Yeah. Save. See? Downtime alert. Saturday, Sunday having maintenance task. System available on Monday 9 a.m. Whenever the user logs in, so create it and expires on. You can select the date and time here. So if you log in into the system, it will give you that message like this. Downtime alert. So that users will be alert. Okay, Saturday, Sunday, we are having some maintenance activities. So you should not log in into the system. At anyhow, we lock. But before that only, we'll inform them. So when any user logged in, this message they'll get. Downtime alert, Saturday, Sunday having maintenance tasks, system available on Monday 9 a.m. So you can do your task. Again, if you log into the system, it will give you the pop-up. How you put a system message? Interview question, SM02. And end user should be locked, system should be down. For end users, it is a downtime. Database and application is up and running for administrators only, not for end users. Your business is a downtime. Technically, the system is up and running, but your business is down at these times while applying the support package. Why? We already logged all the users. Nobody can log in into the system. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Note down all these points and paste into the group. All the points. Prerequisites for applying support packages. Take complete backup, log in with repository, create spam, team should be configured, background process should be available, enough space, check space in your database. So function and technical people should be along with you. For SPD display changes, if the patch size is more than 10 MB, DP and user should schedule downtime. Yeah.